Hey friends, I'm Sandy, and I've been eating strict carnivore for the past 60 days. I'm not a chef, I'm not a health guru, I'm just a regular lady who is overweight, and I am on a journey to heal my body. And I have actually found that this way of eating has started to heal me. If you're curious about carnivore, or you want to do carnivore but you don't have a lot of time, or if you're not a good cook, or if you hate cooking, then this video is for you. I'm going to show you exactly what I eat in a day, being as lazy as humanly possible, but still staying on track with my food. So if that sounds like the kind of no pressure, real life carnivore content that you've been looking for, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and let's get into the video. So I actually don't eat or even drink coffee right when I wake up. I usually wait about an hour to an hour and a half. The first thing I do is get outside and I let the sunshine hit my eyes. It sounds small, but it is a game changer for my mood and my energy. Then I read my Bible. And I actually mostly will listen to the YouVersion app on my phone. It's a Bible reading app. I put in a headphone and I will listen to the Bible while I'm outside, listen to the word, pray, reflect. Then I do a little mobility work, nothing intense, just enough to kind of loosen up and start the day feeling not stiff. Then comes coffee. I blend mine with butter, a little stevia, and some keto chow electrolytes. I also will throw in some collagen, about half a scoop, cinnamon, salt, and then I will pour in some coffee into the frother and let all of that froth. I used to drink coffee immediately right after I woke up, but I actually feel better waiting a bit. This combo keeps me full until late morning, and I really do feel like it actually helps my brain wake up. It's not fancy, but it's warm, it's comforting, and it gives me that quiet start I need before the day ramps up. So I am pretty lazy when it comes to prepping my typical Monday through Friday carnivore meals, but I am also strategically lazy. So I do a little bit of meal prep. Sometimes I do a bit of meal prep. My husband actually is super sweet, and usually as he's prepping for his week, he eats a totally different diet. He'll be nice enough to do a little bit of meal prep for me. But it does take about 30 minutes, and so I do just want to let you know what I do to prepare myself to be as lazy as possible throughout the work week, whether I'm prepping it or my husband is. So there are 3 things that I do make sure are meal prepped every single week. The first is I do make sure that I have some boiled eggs ready to go, usually about a dozen. I do make sure that I have some bacon pre-cooked, and then I also make sure that I have a chuck roast that is cut up and ready to go to turn into steak bites. My actual first meal is usually late morning or lunch, so I'll grab a few boiled eggs and I'll reheat the bacon that I made on Sunday. It takes about 30 seconds in the microwave, and that's it. It's not Instagram worthy, it's not gourmet, but it's satisfying. It keeps me full, and it keeps me consistent, and that's what matters. All right, let's talk about my go-to dinner when I have a little bit of energy to work with. So this is second meal. This is your first option that I'm going to show you. And it's probably the fanciest meal I make throughout the week on a typical work week. What I'll do first is I will use frozen burger patties straight from the freezer. Great value from Walmart. I usually buy the 80/20, but if they're out, I'll get the one that's a little bit fattier, 75/25. Nothing is thawed, nothing is seasoned ahead of time. What I do is I take the air fryer, I line it with aluminum foil, I'll toss in 2 or 3 burger patties, and then I will season the frozen burger patty on the top with Kinder's onion seasoning. Oh, what is that called? I'll show it in the video here. There's an amazing onion seasoning that Kinder's has that I use. So I will set the air fryer for about 10 to 12 minutes, and then I will check them, flip them, and then season the other side and let it finish cooking for about 5 to 7 minutes. So your total cook time for these patties is probably 15 to 17 minutes if you set your air fryer to 400, which is what mine is set at. So after the first time the air fryer dings at me, then I will go back, flip the patty, and then I will go ahead and start cooking my eggs. I will put my skillet on at about a number 3, so a low cooking temperature. I put ghee in the pan, and then I will fry up some eggs in a skillet. And this is literally the most involved cooking that I typically do all week, is just frying up eggs in a skillet. So I do cook them in ghee. If I don't have ghee, I'll use duck fat. If I don't have either, then I'll use butter. I try to not break the egg yolk because I do enjoy over medium eggs. That's my favorite egg, but sometimes they're hard, sometimes they're over easy. Just kind of depends. But there is something really satisfying about this meal because it is warm, it's fresh, and it actually feels like I'm eating a full-on, dinner, even though it took me about 20 minutes total to cook and prep it. And I just love how simple it is. No part of this is complicated. There aren't any leftovers. It's just meat, eggs, salt, cooked it in ghee, and then I'll top it with a little bit of hot sauce. What I've learned on carnivore is that simple doesn't mean boring. It just means peaceful. And this meal gives me that. I'm not chasing a ton of flavors or variety. What I'm chasing is satiety and healing, and not having to wash 10 pans at the end of the night. And weirdly enough, I find myself actually looking forward to this meal. It's the one time I'm not thinking about what I should eat or what I'm craving. I just know it's gonna taste great. It's gonna leave me feeling satiated, and I'm not gonna have any weird food cravings when I'm done, and it doesn't make me bloated or anything like that. So yeah, 2-3 burger patties, 2 or 3 fried eggs, cook them in ghee, seasoning to your liking. It doesn't look like much, but for me, it's amazing. Most nights though, I am eating steak bites. Steak bites are actually what I call chuck roast that is prepped and cut into chunks. So the chuck roast is cut into chunks ahead of time so that when I'm ready to eat dinner, all I do is dump some out of a bag into the air fryer, add some caramelized onion, cook at 400 for about 8 to 10 minutes, and then it's done. My husband gets a little fancier, and he will put all the meat with the seasoning in a bag and shake it so it's all evenly dispersed. I can't be bothered with that. I just hope for the best. After I dump the meat in, then I sprinkle the seasoning on top. But either way, do what works for you. But when that's done, I top it with about 3 to 4 tablespoons of butter, and that's dinner. No sides, no stress. It's just meat and fat, straight to the point, extremely satisfying and delicious. And thank you for watching. I hope that this video took some pressure off of you thinking that you have to be fancy and cook all of these grandiose carnivore meals. No, you don't have to. You can keep it easy and you can still stay strict carnivore. Please drop your go-to lazy carnivore meals in the comment section. I will be reading everybody's comments, and I'm really looking forward to hearing what you guys do to stay on carnivore, but make it as easy as possible. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video, and if you haven't already, please subscribe.